My name is Georgiana Alividza Akatsa, and I am a born-again Christian. I love the Lord as my personal Savior. And above all, He has given me the gift of being an artist. So I am an artist in very many aspects, a makeup artist, a fine artist, and so many other things in the art world. So how I got into the makeup artist industry, it was by chance, or rather by accident, whereby I was in a wedding for my cousin, and the makeup artist didn't turn up, and I took up the bold step and I did for her makeup look. And from that day everyone was talking about her makeup, and that's how I started off. That's how I ventured into the makeup artistry business. Prior to that, all I knew was watching people do makeup, and I wasn't a fan of makeup. Yeah, so it was just what I had seen, and just being an artist, I ended up trying out, and it was very okay. From the wedding, because it was a Nigerian makeup and Nigerians are big with makeup, the makeup was very bold, and everyone was talking about the makeup. And from that day, I got somebody who was in the wedding, who attended the wedding, and they requested me to go do their makeup. And I didn't have the products, and because we get into the internet to check what you need, I went into the internet and checked out. I got a concealer and the eye pencils, went to the makeup client, and she was a light-skinned person, and I didn't have any makeup for a light-skinned person. And what I did, I really tried to ensure that her brows were very good, and then her face looked good, like the eye makeup was very good. So for the face, I just powdered her and put very little of concealer, like she was having like no makeup on herself. And from that day, I'm like, this cannot happen again. And from the money that she gave me, interesting enough, the first client I charged 500 shillings. So from the 500 shillings that I got, I went and bought more products to suit the light-skinned people. Yeah, so that was my first step after the makeup gig. I started doing the makeup on myself, like the eyebrows, and God really helped me to just have the skill, the unique skill for the brows. And I could do eyebrows for my friends, my auntie, sister, and from that, you know, people get to see who did your eyebrows, and they get to you, and that's how it kept on growing. I would say referrals were the greatest. There is a friend of mine who has been one of my longest serving clients. I believe two of them. I have an auntie of mine who, she was of course the dummy, and then there's this friend who she trusted how I used to do the makeup, and I did for her on her engagement shoot and her wedding. And you know, having a big team and you're getting a lot of money, which were for clients, and from there, that was my biggest stepping stone towards even opening up my page and starting to put it out through the socials, which was Instagram as the basic platform. Social media plays a very big role, because when you post out something, somebody gets to see it. The use of hashtags is a very key thing to do on your posts, because somebody gets to see and they reach out to you. Information that will help the client get to you. And from that, you get referrals. And referrals, I believe, works more than the social media, because if I do for you makeup, you post it, I also post it, someone will watch and see who did it, and they'll reach out to me. So I believe referrals carries the social media. My signature makeup style gets to those people who love natural looks, and I tend to believe that I get to introduce so many people into the makeup world, whereby they've never done makeup and they trust me with that initial step of doing makeup on them, and they love the natural makeup. Most people love saying the no makeup look. You have makeup, but somebody cannot say that you really have makeup. I think you can even see what I have on me. That is what most of my clients love. The techniques in makeup that make me excel will still get me back to the natural looks. That is a technique that I use to make my clients, you know, come back to me, the natural look technique. And then also there are so many trending styles that come up with makeup. There are many trends that keep on coming up. So if you do not keep up with the trends, then you'll start losing the clients. But the emerging trends like the natural feather look for the eyebrows, the nude looks, you know, products that come in and get into the market, you find that even the way the weather changes come up, and you might find like in a hot season, people love makeup that will stick on and they'll not be sweaty. So you really have to get into the techniques of ensuring that you cater the needs of your clients. The greatest challenge that I've ever faced when I started up was getting original products. But with time, when you search out into the market, there are those people who ship, and I will give my greatest credit to a makeup artist who was a mentor to me. She's called Sunshine Balogun. She used to import products and sell them. Of course, she had a makeup page, products page, so I used to get them from her. And she believed so much into original products. So for all my products, that's what I learned from her. And I buy original products from the US, UK, and that has also been a plus for me, from the challenging space of getting original products up to now sticking to the brand and having products that don't react to your clients, because various people have different types of skins, and so you have to really stick to it. My most favorite moment in my makeup journey, as we began, I say that I am a Christian and I love the Lord. So I believe all my projects are very divine, and they are a testimony, because this is just not a project that I do by myself, but it is initiated and inspired by the Holy Spirit. So every person who comes to me is divine. And if we get to talk about my journey, every client is a testimony to me. And we always have things that God does, either pray for the client, stand with the client, encourage the client, and get to see what God does to my clients. So I will not eliminate any client that has ever come under my hands to say that they are not my most favorite, because everything is to the glory of God. So staying up with the trends that are emerging every day, we have the social media platforms, the YouTube platforms. There are these makeup artists who are known worldwide. You know, you follow them and hear what they're doing. There are products that come up like MAC products, and you know, they give out ways in which you use them. So you have to constantly keep on researching and getting to know what they do. And then also there are shows that are on Netflix, and something like Glow Up, you know, they have the most latest trends on how to do makeup. The clients that come in, you know, the way God created us, we are uniquely crafted, and people have very different personalities, and there are people who have very unique preferences. So before the client comes, you have to get to understand them. But I believe makeup flows from within. If you don't connect from your spirit to the client's spirit, you will have a problem moving on. And it's usually my prayer for God to bring me the people that He wants me to meet them. Emphasizing on the fact that I am divine, There are those who I don't connect with them from the onset, and I tell God, please cancel them. And by divine nature, they cancel out. But for those who that get to me and we still have challenges with them, you get to just try and listen to their needs, and you deliver what they want, because there are those who say they love makeup. You end up doing the makeup, they tell you this is too much, you have to tone it down, and you have to start off the process, you know. So I meet so many of them, but you have to be at the most humble place to meet the client's need, and you ensure that they feel accommodated, and you know, you don't want to burn bridges. So you try as much as possible to get to what they want. But to help you not get to that place, you try and get into a conversation with the client before you start off the makeup. Then the process will be easy once you understand what they want. And it's also very necessary to mention that for the brides that I get to meet, we do a trial makeup, which also helps you, you know, get to meet what she wants and what she desires on a big day, and it makes it easier on the big day. So if you're not sure of you want my services, I usually encourage somebody to get a trial. I do fine art, like pencil portraits, and then I also do calligraphy. And for the calligraphy, it's writing names on certificates, labeling things, and also edible macarons, you know, edible writing on pastries, examples, macarons. And for the certificates, I also got the privilege to write the name of the President of the Republic of Kenya on their certificates consecutively from 2013, 2017, fresh presidential election, 2022, all to the glory of God, just because of the artistic nature that is bestowed in me and the privilege by God to honor me with that. So that's the calligraphy that I do. So being an artist, I don't think you can run away from any kind of assignment being presented to you. But I've never found it that all art needs coming in at once. You'll find a makeup gig that will be in the morning. Then you're called to go and write the certificate. You go to the client and do the certificate. So when they come in at once, you just organize yourself according to the schedule that you have and plan so that they don't collide. And that's how I get to balance all this type of artistry. Because again, you know, you'll find clients who send in your portrait. You can't finish a portrait within a day. So you give them a timeline. And with the timeline, you just plan yourself so that you'll be able to deliver. The way I get to nurture my artistic and creative nature, being a creative is also something that is very, very tricky. And for me to get to nurture what I already have, it comes in through practice. So practice makes permanent. I don't say practice makes perfect, it makes permanent. And you keep on trying out. So for example, for the makeup side, you know, you have relatives. You have my mother, she's my best mousse to try on makeup. You have sisters, you have those family members who will come. Or if you want to try out something that is trending and you don't want to go and try it out on a client, you get a friend and you try it on yourself, or you try it on yourself, so that you get to keep on practicing and getting the techniques. That is one. Also, for children that I meet, or there are youngsters who you get to see somebody and you see yourself in them. It's like a mirror reflection on them. You get to talk to them and put in some techniques on them, especially children that I meet and I find that they're very passionate about art. You give in 1 or 2 techniques, how to draw, how to shed, how to improve these. You encourage them, you tell them you're also an artist. And I believe that makes me grow and nurture what I have within myself. And again, creativity is very diverse. So anytime there is an opportunity to show my creative nature, I jump into it. Makeup artistry and making it to be like an entrepreneurial thing you have to get the basics of business and the basics of entrepreneurship. You have to get the discipline. You have to get to know how you are managing this, because you can't just work as a makeup artist without the products, you know. So you have to know, like for me, I have a rule that the makeup will have to get the products for me. So there is the opening of managing finances by opening a bank account that is separate from my personal expenditure and bank accounts. So the money that I get, I channel it to that place. The one that I need to use, the one that I need to save, the one that I need to replenish my products. That is how I get to manage what I get from the makeup business. But again, you know, the challenges of not being disciplined with the finances being separate from what you use normally, you can end up using everything that you receive and you have nothing to show for what you've received from what you've gotten. So from the challenges that I faced first by just consuming what I received is what made me even open up a business till number thanks to M-Pesa, and all the monies are channeled towards that side in case I get paid via M-Pesa, and if it's via cash, you just get the discipline of separating your finances. Yeah. Anything that I wished I knew before I started this, probably go to school for it. And you know, it's my dream to have a very big, you know, academy, sport that has all these, you know, one-stop shop for a creative, an artistic creative. So had I known that life will get me here, I would have started learning that from school. So I would say, even for youngsters who are coming up, follow your passion, because at the end of the day, this passion will come following after you and you end up there. My advice to those people who are upcoming and will want to venture into this business, I would say follow your passion. It is your passion that will get you to the place where you want to get to. And pursue you. I think pursue it. Anything that you put your mind to and you focus on becomes what you have envisioned. So just follow your passion.